okay. I think everything looks good. Alright, so yeah, I just wanted to make a video explaining my button layout and how it helps me with King's chain grabs, and then I just want to go into a couple things with King as well. So yeah, I just wanted to see options. You can go to controller set or button mapping. Controller setup, that's what I mean. And then you can see I have the normal button layout right here. Right, left punch is the top left, second one top row, first one bottom row, second one bottom row, right? Same as everybody. And then on here, the third button on the top, I have it set to both punches. And then the third one on the bottom, I have it set to both kicks. So the top row is 1, 2, 1 plus 2, and then the bottom is 3, 4, 3 plus 4. So the reason I have that set up is I have buttons on the controller and I want to use them. You know, I don't like empty buttons. I know it's good to have empty buttons in a tournament setting, but you know, I'm not planning on going to any tournaments, you know, in the near future at least. So with these, this helps me keep it's like a Street Fighter layout on the controller. So I have them all straight. It helps me with memorization, and it helps me with chain throws and combos very much. And then the last one here, besides the top one on the far right, I have Rage Art. And then on the bottom, I have all 4 buttons mapped. Now the reason I have all 4 buttons mapped is because King's chain grabs in this game can be mashed out if you have all 4 buttons mapped to one button. And then even if you just want to mash all 4 buttons, typically you can get the chain grabs, but this allows you to get them consistently every time, hassle-free. This is a little bit of a scrubby tactic. It's been, you know, it's not exactly praised. It's frowned upon in the community, but I mean, and you know, the reasoning behind not doing this would be that you don't have any control over the chain grab you're doing. Like, for example, rolling death cradle, you can't do that by mashing it out. You can't mash out a rolling death cradle, and some other ones as well. But I'll go into that. Oops. And we'll go into that right now, actually. So I'm going to go into practice and pick King, and I'm just going to show a few things off with King, just to show you exactly how it works, how the chain grabs actually work, how to get into all of the chain grabs, and at the same time how to break them if I know how to break them. I don't know how to break all of them, but this is just like, this is so simple that anybody can do it. Anybody can do all of King's chain grabs, especially with this button setup. If you have this button set up, you'll have no problem doing them. It still takes a little bit of practice to learn rolling death cradle and stuff, but eventually you're going to get all of them. Okay, so the different ways you can get into the rolling death cradle are crouch dash. Well, I mean, that's the only way to get into rolling death cradle, but the different ways to get into chain grabs would be to crouch dash 1 plus 4. And you can see that I had time with my button setup. I had time to input the rolling death cradle command 3 times. One of those, or 2 of those even, might not have been correct. But because I had enough time with this button setup to input them, I had enough time to input them 3 times, you're almost guaranteed to get it every time. And then if you wanted, you can mash it, and instead of the rolling death cradle, see I'm mashing this one button, you're going to get the dragon sleeper. And that's a 1 break. The rolling death cradle is a 2 break, that's a 1 break. So if you want to mix your opponent up, if you know he's going to break the rolling death cradle, hit him with the sleeper. And then you can kind of create the situation from there. But yeah, I'm just going to quickly go into how to get to the rolling death cradle easier. Because in order to do the rolling death cradle, you have to do the crouch dash 1 plus 4, right? Crouch dash 1 plus 4. And then during that animation, and you see I turn blue, and then I'm not blue, then I'm back to blue again. When you're not blue, and this is because of the display setting, I have recovery animation and attack info. I have those set to on, and those just make my character turn blue. I think it's this one. Yeah, that's the one. So if you hit this to display recovery animation, you'll actually be able to see in training mode when you can hit the command. See how I'm not blue? When I turn blue, you can note that you've missed the point. Okay? So the reason I'm able to hit this every time is because I'm doing a thing called button buffering. And there's button buffering in Tekken 7, how it allows you to hold one button. See, I'm holding triangle right now. I'm holding 2. Now, if I press 1, it's going to give me 1 plus 2, because it still registers that I'm holding 2. So if I hit 1, it gives me 1 plus 2. You can see in the bottom right there. So if I hit 1, then 2, and then hold both of them, now it says I'm just holding 1 plus 2. So if I hit 3, it's going to give me 1 plus 2 plus 3. So the second part of this throw is 1, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3. So all I have to do is hit 2, hold it, hit 1, because it gives me the 1 plus 2, and then hit 3, which gives me the 1 plus 2 plus 3. It's the easiest thing. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. You just don't let go of any of the buttons. And I have time to do it multiple times, you know, because of that system, instead of going boom, 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 which is possible, but if you screw it up, you screw it up. You don't get it. So, yeah. That's the shortened version of how input commands are done in Tekken. How things are held down that's still counted. So yeah, so the next bit I want to go into is just how I do the rolling death cradle with using my button setup. So to do the rolling death cradle, first you have to do, of course, the crouch dash. The crouch dash into 1 plus this. Then you have to hit, you know, the 3 buttons I just talked about. 2, hold 2, 1, hold 1 and 2, 3. And once you're at that second part of the throw, you have a pretty small window to do the next command, which is it's left throw, both kicks, right throw, both punches, then it's 1 plus 2 plus 3. Yeah, see, that's a little difficult if you're just doing it normally. So in order to do this the shorthand way, I have both kicks bound to 1 button. I have both punches bound to 1 button already, so I can use those to bypass quite a few of the commands. So really the only thing you need to put in is left throw and right throw, which aren't really hard to do. Left throw, right throw. I can get those every time and not really mess them up except for that. Oh well. But anyhow, what you need to do is just left throw kicks, right throw punches, hold punches, and press 3. That easy. Left throw kicks, right throw punches, hold punches, and press 3. And you actually have time to do that multiple times with that situation. Once you get to practice the timing down, there you go. See, I messed up the first one. I had enough time to do another one, and the next one went through. You can tell because I turned blue. When you turn blue, that means you got it right. Boom, turn blue. Ah, didn't get it that time. It still takes practice. You can't just mash it out like the other throws. Oh, wow. There we go. I did it a little slower that time, took a little bit more time, and I was able to get it no problem. Clean every time. So you can take as little time as you want. You can go as fast as you want or as slow as you want, because the game is reading your inputs at 60 frames a second. So 60 possible inputs per second. So you can go as fast as you want if you really want to go like crazy. There, see, the last one I got was just enough to get it in time. So yeah. But there's an easy way to do all of King's chain throws, and I said it before, it's because of the all 4 buttons mapped to 1. And the reason is that the game uses the input buffering, and it reads that you're actually hitting all of the commands for all the necessary chain throws. So I just want to go into how to do, because we already know how to do all the chain throws now. You already know. Now I just want to go into how to get to the chain throws. So One is down forward 1+3. Then look, I'm just mashing it. And, you know, it's not difficult. It's not technically, you know, hard. I'm just hitting the button, and then there you go, 99 damage or something like that, right? Yeah, 99, just for hitting that button. And the nice thing about that throw is it's a crouch dash. Just by hitting down forward 1+3, he does an automatic crouch dash, which can duck under highs. It's not a high crush, I don't think. I think that you can still get hit by highs, but it does duck under jabs and stuff like that. So if you know someone's coming in with a high, just give them that down forward 1+3, and boom, start the chain grab. The other one is down forward 2+4, the other throw. Same thing. Mash it out. And it's not like you're stopping short on these throws. You're getting the full extension of these throws. You're not like ending them early. 87 damage. Another one is, let's see, 3+4. If you hit 3+4, you'll do the spin, and out of the spin you can hit 1+4, and then that brings you into another one. And this is the big one. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure this is the longest and the biggest damage chain grab he has. And I mean, it goes to completion just by hitting this button. Boom, 126 damage. And all I had to do was hit one button after initiating the throw. This is like the key thing for King. This is key because it saves you a ton of time learning all of these chain throws. I mean, if you look at the chain throws, I did almost all of these. These are the different chain throws that you would have to memorize, and you're bypassing all of it by just mapping one button. The only thing you're losing out on is some variations to the throw. So, like I said before, the rolling death cradle, you can't mash that. You have to actually put it in. But as far as I know, that's literally the only one that you really have to worry about. The rolling death cradle is like the big one. If you don't know how to do the rolling death cradle, that you should probably learn. You should probably learn how to do it properly. But everything else is kind of just there to get more damage on your chain throw. And very rarely will someone know how to break it. If they do, it's usually because they guessed correctly. There's very few players out there who actually know all the breaks of all King's chain throws. One more that I wanted to show you was the Crouch Dash 2+3. Crouch Dash 2+3 is another chain throw starter, and it leads into the King's Cradle. King's Bridge, sorry, not King's Cradle. And I'm just going to look at it really quick, because it's, 2+3. Excuse me, I had to cough. So yeah, this gives you this Crouch Dash 2+3, and then the next bit you want is Indian Deathlock, right? So we have the 1+2 button mapped. Then we just hit 1, then 3, then 1+2 button again. So it's literally, instead of having to do, both of them at the same time where you could mess it up, you just hit the one button that you have mapped. And then 1, 3, 1+2 again. So, boom, bop, 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 bop. Done. Easy. Now we're in the second part of the throw. Now the second part of the throw, let's look at that. The King's Bridge. This is a ton of damage. This King's Bridge is a ton of damage, and I don't think you can mash it out. I think if you try and mash it out, you'll get something else. Actually, yeah, you're going to get something else. You're going to get the STF, I think. You're going to get the STF if you try and mash this. But anyway, the King's Bridge is a ton of damage, and it's literally just 1, 3, 4, and then hit both punches, both kicks. And you have all those mapped to individual buttons on your controller so that you don't actually have to worry about inputting them incorrectly. All you just need to know is the order at that point. So boom, 1+2, 1, 3, 1+2, 1, 3, 4, kicks or punches, kicks. Boom. And then we get the King's Bridge, which is a solid 90 damage, I believe. Boom, over half life, 95 damage. Boom. Bop, 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 bop. You know, you have plenty of time to input these commands during the chain throw, so there's no worry involved about the execution of them. So, I mean, just this button layout alone will make your throws incredibly scary as king. It's not going to help you, you know, with what is it? What is it? Yeah, fucking giant swing. I still have trouble with that every time. Yeah, because I usually always get this, and I don't know how to follow that up actually. But anyhow, the giant swing is, you know, incredibly good tool. Incredibly good tool. You can do it after down forward 1. Whatever, I'm not going to turn this into me practicing session. Anyhow. Another thing I wanted to go into, just to help out players, anybody who might think that King's Lows are no good. And they aren't the best. They aren't the best because they're a little bit more unsafe than most. And they're a little bit more visible than most, that's for sure. You can usually see King's Lows coming a mile away, except for this one. This one's pretty tricky to see coming, and it's not very punishable on block either, because they have to punish the low. They can't just, like, you know, wall rising punish out of it. Anyhow, his crouch dash 1 will hit from right about here, I think. Probably even further, actually. Oh, that range on that is ridiculous, actually. Oof, duh. And the cool thing about this crouch dash 1 is that it leads them in a launch state, so you can wall rising 2-2, get your juggle. So, you know, and you know, you get your free follow up, 65 damage, easy. Easy combo. Just hit 2 while you're rising, run up, boom. Every time. That's another thing. For his wall rising, wall rising 2-2 is a tailspin move, so it will lead to combos. So anytime you get a knockdown that leaves you in crouching, you can wall rising 2-2 out of it. I think, let's see. What is it? Yeah. I don't know how to pick that up. Oh, I probably just... Yeah. So... Yeah, so that's a really good low. That gives you a free combo. And it high crushes. That's the cool thing. That's the really cool thing. So what high crush means is my entire upper body is immune to highs pretty much from right here. As soon as I start that move, I cannot be hit by highs. So if your opponent's doing a jab string, this isn't going to get hit, even though it looks like they does. That's what's really dirty about this move, is that if you don't know what high crush is, you are going to try and jab this all day. Because, look, I'm still at head height with Heihachi, you know, mid swing. You can see I'm at head height with him, and you'd think you'd be able to jab it. Your jabs will go right through it, because it's a high crush. So that makes that low very good. And it's pretty punishable on block, but the fact that it looks that his head stays up so high makes it hard to see, unless the opponent obviously knows what's coming. They're going to see it. They're going to be able to react to it. It is a reactable low. It's a seeable low. So there's a little bit of risk to using it because it is pretty punishable, but it's very rewarding and it's a good high crush. Another low I wanted to just give you a little bit more tidbit on is his down 3+4. This obviously goes into 3 hits, and then it can be followed up with a 2. This is good because it can mix it's pretty fast. It's I believe it high crushes, but only after it connects. But so it doesn't really matter. So down 3+4 can be done once, twice, or 3 times. And I believe on counter hit, you get like more or something, or maybe it's a just frame. I don't know. But I know you can get 5 hits. I don't know what actually causes that, to be honest, though. Maybe it's counter hit. Oops. Yeah, it's counter hit that causes it. Yep. So what you can do with this, the reason that it's good, is that you can mix the opponent up pretty well with this. Because you can go either 1, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3. And if your opponent doesn't guess right, they're going to get hit. So you can keep a little mind game with them. So basically, you can do 1, boom. If you're trying to react to the second one, you're going to get hit. Boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. If you don't react, 1, 2, 3, oops. 1, 2, 3, there we go. And it's just a little bit of a mix-up there. What else did I want to say? Oh, after every launcher, every single launcher that you get with King, almost every single one, you can actually input forward 3 into your combo. On every single one. The only ones that I think you can't do is this. Yeah, that. I don't think you can get forward 3 after that. No, you can't get forward 3 after that one. But pretty much everything else, you get it. So hop kick, forward 3 into combo. And that just helps you time out the combos a little bit better. Let's see, Atlas. Well, of course you can get it after Atlas. Counter hit, capital punishment. Ooh, does that actually work? I don't think it does. Nope, it does. Oh, but you have to be a little bit closer. I see. Boom. Oh, but it doesn't pick up if you don't do it. Really? Well, anyway. The point being is that after forward 3, after the hop kick, it works every time. After Atlas Hammer, you can actually do a full jump 4 to do a delayed hop kick 4 to follow that up. But I'm just rambling at this point. Oh yeah, his running grab. You can actually do it from like this distance, but it's really difficult. There you go. It's really difficult because you have to hit forward 3 times. So it takes a lot of practice to do the instant. It's a lot of practice to get into the instant while runnings, but it is possible to do them at very short distances. And just trying to do it, so like if I did this, I obviously don't have a lot of room to work with. Just doing this, down forward 2, 1. It's a little difficult, but it can be done. Whatever. This is a good low. On counter hit, it gives you full combo. So, like, down back 3, counter hit, launches, into full combo. Boom, 60, 65. So, pretty much every time you do down back 3, you should be doing wall rising 2-2. Unless your opponent catches on to it, because it is a slow startup, and they do have plenty of time to punish you, even on hit, to do before that plus. So, like, 11 frame wall standing punishes, I believe, will do it. I don't think anything else will. I think it's 11 frames. It might be 12. But yeah, on counter hit, it's going to give you a combo every time. All you have to do is mash 2 on your wake up, and you will get the 2-2. What else is there? What else did I want to say? Oh, I guess I could tell you about the wall stuff. So let's see. We start position at the wall. Let's just do this for first. Okay, so like let's say you have the opponent at the wall, and you want to get him into a wall splat, guaranteed. Well, easy way to do this is up 1+2. Up 1+2 is a choke throw that throws them back. It doesn't do very much damage. As you can see, it only did 15 there. But it puts wall splats them. It's a free wall splat throw, and it's a 1+2 break. So it's a little bit more difficult to break than other throws. And then from there, you can input buffer your giant swing, and you're going to get the full wall throw, for 55 free damage. There's probably better setups other than that. But the reason this is good, the reason this is really good, is if I reverse the positions. Okay? So now my back is to the wall. If I, even from out here, hit up 1+2 and then hold back, you throw them behind you. So if you don't hit anything, you're going to throw them in front of you a little bit away. If you hit back, if you hold back while you're doing it, you can throw them at the wall. And then, boom, get your wall throw for free. So that's pretty dope. You do get a free wall throw, ground throw attempt at the wall. So I'll try that right now. You just do this, 1, 2, down. Oops, that's a little bit too quick. Oh, it's down back, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's down back. Sorry. 1, 2. There we go. So you get that for free at the wall. 1, 2. You get that for free at the wall because they can't Tekken time. There you go. And that's a lot of damage, actually, because it's an unscaled throw. And that's just down back 1+3, down black 3+4. That's all that is. It just takes a little bit of practice. Boom, boom, boom. And there's the lock one. And the nice thing about these throws at the wall is there's no difference in animation between the 1+3 version and the 3+4 version. Obviously, standing, you can see which one's which. But when you're at the wall, when you're on the ground, they both look exactly the same. You don't know which one's which. So the opponent has to make a guess every time. It's straight up 50-50 every time. So that's good. That's always good. Like, I'm sure there's a better friggin' way to end that. But, you get the idea. If you do, like, a light combo and while they're sliding down, go for the ground throw, you're going to get it most of the time. Let's see. Is there anything else? On a knockdown, you can do some pretty... on a knockdown, you can get some pretty cool stuff if you run up and crouch throw them. And just to do that is down plus 3+4. It hits crouching opponents only. Or not 3+4. Sorry, left throw and right throw. Just down, left throw, down, right throw. It only hits crouching opponents. But if you know that your opponent's going to wake up with a button, and you can just get in there, run up to them and do that, you're going to get them every time. And they're very rarely going to break that one because they're not going to expect it. So it's just a mid option. It doesn't do very much damage. It's just an option to get in your opponent's head a little bit. Let's see. There's a lot more stuff I could talk about just to make a general video, but I think most people are aware of the other stuff in Tekken. I just wanted to show you a couple things that maybe some people didn't know. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. Well, his running this, I will say, the Shining Wizard, this throw is his most powerful ender for all of his combos. They're like, I had a friend who thought that doing the giant swing version, this one is actually more damage, and it's actually not. It's actually less damage. So if I did that, it's a little bit more difficult to pull off. It's actually going to be 57 damage, where if I just did into this, it's going to be 60 damage. So it is more damage to do the running power bomb. It is his most damaging ender. Let's see. So, yeah. The other thing is, if you didn't know, the giant swing animation at the wall is the wall throw. That's just the giant swing that I just did in order to get that. That's about it. That's about it. We talked about the King's Bridge, talked about RDC, talked about mashing out every other throw. Ooh, the secret move. Oh yeah, the move that's not on the move list. It's actually another way to get into a chain throw. So, King has a special side step. So, down is his normal side step, right? Or up. But if you hit 2 plus 4, right? As you're doing the side step, so down 2 plus 4, side step 2 plus 4, you're actually going to get into a grab. It's a much longer side step as well. So you can do, you see how much different that is? This is a normal side step. This is the chain throw side step. It's huge. And it's just 2 plus 4. It's just right throw. Do right throw as you're side stepping. It doesn't work with left throw. That's just normal. But yeah, you can do an extra slide that gives you some serious range, and it's a different chain throw based on where you hit. So like, I'll get around to his back here, and you start off differently every time. And yeah, this is just a chain throw. So you can hit the 4 buttons, and you'll get the full animation. Ends in a giant swing, which in this case is going to leave him at the. Oh, I didn't get him at the wall. I wonder, does that work? Oh boy, we might be learning something here live. No, because I'm going to be facing the other way, aren't I? Yeah, I'm facing the other way. Never mind. Anyhow. So yeah, that's a really cool thing. And the really cool thing about it is, if you just want the side step and you don't want the throw, you can just hold back. So just do the side step and then hold back. This is really good if you want to get around and then do a wall rising, because you are left and crouching at that point. So his really good wall rising moves. You just need to hold. I think you just need to hit back. Yeah, you don't even need to hold it. You can just hit it. Yeah, you can just hit it. And obviously it works the other way as well. Foreground or background. So yeah, that can be a nice way to get around. It's a very large side step. Has a lot of recovery time. So it's not entirely, it's super useful. Freaking controller, sorry. It's not super useful, but it is useful. Maybe the pecs. So like giving them the pecs like this. This is incredibly plus. So I can't combo off of it obviously, but if your opponent tries to do anything, pretty much they're gonna get hit by something. That's really good. This is another good thing to buffer giant swing in from. So like, and then that's gonna hit the wall for big damage. If you didn't know, if you land giant swing into the wall, the opponent cannot tech it, and it does 70 damage instead of 50. So it's very beneficial to land the giant swing into the wall. You'll see here, it does 70 damage, and it's a wall hit. We'll switch positions off, and then this is just going to do 50, and they have the ability to tech it. So, why did that say 20? Oops. This is interesting. Oh, because it's okay. Yeah, so it does damage multiple times. It's hard to see, but it actually does damage multiple times as you land because you have the ability to tech it, and you don't get that extra damage in the end unless you tech it. If you tech it, that is. I think that's about it. His, back one counter hit. I mean, I'll just do that real quick just to make sure you understand. Pretty much anything that you get from a counter hit, so like this, full combo. Oh, there's another move I forgot. Jesus, man, there's so many moves that he has that are just so good. Okay, so if you hold full crouch and then hit down forward 2, boom, into forward 3, into the full combo again. Every time. A lot of King players will do down 1 or down 2 just to prepare for that. And that's a mid, and it crushes on normal hit. You don't even have to counter hit for this to crush. And then you pick them up with that every time. So every launcher you can hit with forward 3 right after, and it helps you get the rest of the combo. Yeah, like I said, this is back 1 on counter hit, crumple state into full combo. So, yeah, that's just a good way to add extra damage to literally everything. Yeah, because forward 3 works on everything. That's the important thing to remember there. Forward 3 after every launch situation. Forward 3. And there's obviously better, but that's just the simple way, and it really helps with timing. It helps you time out everything else. Yeah, except for Atlas Hammer. I can't combo after this. I used to know the combo. I don't remember it anymore. Oh well. Except for this. I don't think that... you have to actually... This is the only one that you have to do normally. As if you do down back 2. Down back 2 on hit will give you a combo, but only with down 4-3. 4-3. Let's see. So yeah, we got the mid. We got counter hit that. We got that. We got hop kick, obviously. We did the crouch dash stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, forward 4, that's obvious. That's really good. Low crushes. It's a homing move. It doesn't wall splat, I don't think. Does it? No, it doesn't wall splat. But yeah, it's really good. Obviously, it goes into it after this. Well, if you want some wall carry, what you can do instead of the throw after your combo. So like instead of doing this into throw, you will go boom, boom, usual stuff, and then do forward 2-1. And then so if you're close to the wall and you think you might get them to the wall, what you can do is instead of the throw, just dash up and then hold forward 2-1. But it's a little bit difficult because forward 2 is different than holding forward and pressing 2. So what you have to do is time it. It takes a while to get the feel for it, but while you're running, you will get it. If you're wall running, and then you can get the wall combo after that. The wall combo would be just this. That's the wall combo. Yeah, there's better stuff, but don't worry about it. You can get either this into the ground throw, or I'll just show you. So that, or you can get that, which is a full combo for 65, but that has scale damage. Oops. Used to playing Leo. Yeah, that's a little bit more difficult to do. So you get that. Yeah, I don't know how to do whatever. That's basically the combo at the wall. Is this. Every time you get an opponent to the wall, if they haven't been touched yet, so like if they haven't been touched, oh, just had it. But. So like, let's say we're at the wall and they just got wall splatted. You want to go for the down 3-4-3 or 4-3-4. Sorry, it's a good amount of damage. It leaves them. I don't think that's true. I think that they'll be able to tech before that, but that is an option if they don't tech it. So yeah, I think that's about everything that I wanted to say about King. Hope you found it enjoyable. Hope you found it useful. Hope I didn't ramble too much. Thanks for watching.